Welcome back to Get Your Sax Together. I'm pro saxophonist Jamie Anderson. This week we're continuing with my series of sax legends. We're going to cover one of the master practitioners of hard bop, and that is the one and only Sonny Stitt. I know sometimes it can be quite overwhelming when somebody says, oh, you should go and check out that player, but you don't know where to start. So in this series, the Sax Legend series, I'm going to teach you about the person's life and times. I'm going to teach you a lick which sums up their style. I'm going to show you a clip of them playing live. And most importantly, I'm going to give you their top 5 tracks that you can start listening to before you go any further. If you want to see the other videos in the Sax Legend series, the card will be linked up there for my playlist. Go and check that out. Any saxophonist can really benefit from studying the greats like those players that I've got featured on my pictures behind me. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. And before we check out Sonny Stitt, let's learn a little bit more about the man behind the sax. Born in 1924, American jazz saxophonist Sonny Stitt personifies the language of bebop and hard bop jazz. More a master craftsman than a trailblazer, Stitt's burning bop and melodic balladeering is documented on a staggering discography of over 100 albums spanning a 40-year career. Born Edward Hammond Boatner Jr. in Boston, Massachusetts, he was adopted at the age of 2 by the Stitt family in Saginaw, Michigan, later renaming himself Sonny. Stitt's early alto work closely resembles that of Charlie Parker. If you want to find out a bit more about the genius that was Charlie Parker, check out the card above. The two met in 1943 and Bird apparently said, "You sound just like me," although Stitt claimed he always sounded like he did regardless of Bird. When he took up tenor sax, Sonny Stitt seemed to find more of his own voice, although he continued to play both horns as well as baritone for the rest of his career. Sonny has a beautifully light but rich and penetrating tone on tenor, and on any sax he was always dazzlingly fleet and technically astonishing. In 1957, Dizzy Gillespie teamed up with Sonny Stitt and his namesake Sonny Rollins for one of the most burning double tenor albums ever recorded, Sonny Side Up. Apparently Gillespie had been secretly playing them off against each other in the run-up to the session, saying to each Sonny how the other had been practicing like mad and how good they were sounding. So when they came together for the session, the results were incendiary, with both tenormen giving it 110% to match the other, producing one of the most memorable hard bop albums of all time. Stitt continued recording his whole life, avoiding the chaotic free jazz of the late 60s, but eventually succumbing to the inevitable dodgy 70s fad albums and badly recorded jazz, though through it all he maintained fluidity, grace and swing in his performances. Like many jazz musicians of the 40s and 50s, Sonny fell prey to heroin addiction, and though he kicked the habit, he tended towards excessive drinking for the rest of his life, leading to his premature death in 1982 at the age of 58. For me, Sonny Stitt represents the very syntax of jazz, the language of the genre. If you want to learn how to make the changes, how to phrase swing, how to play standards, how to have a great feel, an amazing tone, and embody the spirit of jazz, then look no further than the one and only Sonny Stitt. So now you know a little bit more about the man behind the sax and Sonny Stitt's legacy. Let's check him out playing live. Here we go. As always with these Sax Legend series, it's very difficult to pick one lick that sums up the person. In fact, sometimes I do more than one lick. However, I'm going to stick to one lick for Sonny Stitt, otherwise we'll be here all day, even though there's a million I could choose. So this is the lick I've chosen, and here's what it sounds like at full speed. Now, full disclosure, I can't remember which Sonny Stitt song this is from. I've transcribed so much Sonny Stitt, and he's recorded so much, I couldn't find the song. However, it is pretty similar to something that he does in his recording of I Never Knew, that sounds like this. And also his recording of This Can't Be Love on baritone. He does a similar sort of minor 7 slip sliding type lick. Check this out. So just before I break this lick down, if you go into the description, you can get a free PDF with this lick written out with the analysis right there for alto and tenor sax. So go down into the description, click the link, and you can go and get your free PDF. So here is that lick played slowly. This is a 2-5-1 in C, although he plays a 3-6-2-5 type shape with a descending minor 7 chromatically thrown over the top of it, which is displaced rhythmically. It's absolute genius phrase. Now here it is, played slowly. So you can see he takes the 3 chord, the E minor 7, he slip slides down to E flat minor 7, but with a displaced rhythm, back to the D minor 7, and then resolves it to G, which is the 5th of C major 7. So here's that lick played faster now. Wicked, what a lick. And now straight on to his top 5 tunes, his fantastic 5 tunes. With over 100 albums and Sonny Stitt doing versions of virtually every standard ever written, it's extremely difficult to choose the top 5, the fantastic 5 tunes. But here we go. Number 1, top of the list, is an easy one, and that is the one I mentioned in the biography. It's the Eternal Triangle from the album Sonny Side Up from 1957. Featuring the 2 tenors of Sonny Rollins and Sonny Stitt with Dizzy Gillespie on trumpet. It's a very fast B-flat rhythm changes and it's absolutely ridiculously burning. In fact, it's so good that on the Sonny Rollins Sax Legends series, which I'll link to up there, I featured one of his licks from this exact same solo. So go and check out the Eternal Triangle from Sonny Side Up, and that is a bona fide classic, all you need to know about hard bop B-flat rhythm changes. Number 2 is the track After You've Gone from the Kaleidoscope album. This was recorded in 1950. This is all you need to know about making chord changes. The chords change quite fast at times, and he just perfectly outlines every little niche with burning time, great sound, and fluid, wonderful ideas. So go and check out After You've Gone. Coming in at number 3, it's the track Stitt's It. That's pretty hard to say if you've got a lisp. This is a rhythm changes in B flat again. Again, it's from the album Kaleidoscope, although it was recorded in 1952. This has got some extra trumpets in the arrangement, and it's an absolutely wonderful, typically fantastically burning Sonny Stitt tune. So go and check out Stitt's It at number 3. On number 4, I thought I'd better put in something on alto, and that is going to be Stars Fell on Alabama. Number 1, he's not just a burning tenor player, he plays wonderful ballads. So I thought I should include a ballad. This is a beautiful ballad, and it features his wonderful alto playing. Stars Fell on Alabama from the 1956 album New York Jazz. And finally, at number 5, the track is called The One Before This, and it features himself with Gene Ammons. Following in the fine tradition of double tenor battles, there's lots of great double tenor battles, not least the one at number 1 with Sonny Rollins. But he was very well known for playing with Gene Ammons, and this track is absolutely great. It's really swinging, really bluesy, and it's from the album Boss Tenors. It's got a subtitle, what is it? Straight Ahead from Chicago, August 1961. I love this, it's so swinging and grooving. So that's what comes in at number 5. That's it for this week, learning about the life and times of Sonny Stitt. If you want to check out more famous sax stuff, go and check out my Hall of Fame series where I break down the world's most famous sax hooks with the most accurate transcriptions and a beautiful PDF that you can download for all those videos. So go and check out that Hall of Fame series. In the meantime, if you're enjoying this channel, please do subscribe. Click the bell to be notified when I upload new videos if you haven't already, or if you're a first-time viewer. My Instagram feed has got some interesting stuff on it. And, of course, go down into the description below, click the link, and you will get a free PDF which has got that Sonny Stitt lick for tenor and alto sax, and it's also got that top 5 tracks written out with all the albums and the dates. So go down and get that. That's a pretty cool resource. I look forward to seeing you next week on Get Your Sax Together. Keep practicing. See you later.